Alright, what's up? It's the UFC Savant. So after an extremely unfortunate and depressing outcome of last week's UFC 298 main event, in which Alexander Volkanovski got knocked out and took his first loss ever at featherweight, a division that he ran for so long, I sat down and I wanted to make a list of the most unfortunate potential outcomes the MMA gods could give us in upcoming UFC fights. Now this could be guys with granite chins who finally get them cracked, guys who go on fan favorites that go on losing streaks, all things like that. So, just wanted to make a list of that. Outcomes that when they happen, everyone you're in the room with are going to be staring at the TV in silence and disbelief. Just, yeah, depressed about what they're going to see. So, without further, rambling, let's get into it. Alright, for the first most unfortunate potential outcome, I'm going with Max Holloway getting his chin finally cracked by Justin Gaethje. They have a fight booked for UFC 300 for the BMF belt, and we've seen Max Holloway get hit with literally everything but the kitchen sink. We've seen this dude eat flush head kicks by Yair Rodriguez. We've already seen him move up to 155 and get cracked with massive shots by Dustin Poirier, but when a dude has weathered this many storms and has absorbed this many head strikes and hasn't been put out, I really fear that that is just a recipe for just a highlight real KO, and I hate to say it. Max Holloway, one of my favorite fighters. I would argue the dude has the greatest chin so far ever in the UFC. He's been fighting since, I think, 2011 and has never even been knocked down. And Holloway's one of these guys, when you watch him fight, during the Korean Zombie fight, he's a minus 700 favorite. Did I think Max Holloway was going to win? Of course. But there's a nervousness feeling that you get in your chest from watching, because you're like, when Korean Zombie went for it at the end because he knew he was down, eventually got knocked out. Every single punch he threw, I'm like, if this connects, Holloway could be in trouble. I don't care how old Korean Zombie is. I don't care if he's out of his prime. When Holloway's fighting Yair, we see him eat those head kicks. Even when he's fighting guys like Volk, guys like Arnold Allen, who Arnold Allen has some decent power. But, yeah, to move up, and I just think I can see it now. Gaethje at a press conference, and media member asked him, Max, I know that this is all about Justin Gaethje's power versus your chin. How do you think you'll hold up against him on Saturday night? We see Max Holloway say, "Hey, April 13th, live on pay-per-view, baby. Hey, everybody tune in, April 13th. And then it's just going to cut to him out cold, convulsing on the canvas like Bryce Mitchell against Josh Emmett. And it's, I can see it now. And Holloway is like such a nice dude. Always good to the fans, never like a nasty shit talker, always kind of has fun with it. We saw them at the UFC 300 Q&A a few weeks ago, talking and like hugging it out. So it's one of those, it'll be hard to see if it happens. I think the most fortunate outcome and like the outcome I think fans will want is like a 3-2 war in that fight, won by Justin Gaethje, like a decision war in which Justin Gaethje wins. Because I think even if Holloway loses that fight, he could go down and challenge Topuria for the belt next. But if it's like a first round out flatline KO, for Justin Gaethje and Holloway's on the canvas, it's an unfortunate look. I mean, hey, listen, we saw Islam knock out Volk, and then 4 months later, Volk's fighting Topuria for the belt, and he gets put out cold. So I just think if he does get put out and maybe gets that Topuria fight next in Spain, his chin could be cracked, and then we see Max Holloway on a 2-fight KO loss streak, which no one ever probably thought would happen. So that's first on the list. I'm hoping I'm wrong on this. He could 100% weather the storm. Toughest dude I think ever who's fought in the UFC chin wise, but it's fucking Justin Gaethje in the top of weight class, so we gotta see. Alright, next up on the list of most unfortunate potential outcomes, I have Petr Yan losing in any way. Just seeing this dude not get his hand raised would suck. To see this guy be on a 4-fight losing skid, knowing like all the bullshit that has contributed to it would just suck. Of course, everyone knows it all started when he lost. He was dominating Aljamain Sterling in his first title defense, threw an illegal knee and lost his belt by disqualification. Then he comes out and dominates Corey Sandhagen, good on the feet. Dude looked like a Terminator. Everyone was saying he's gonna kill Sterling in the rematch, and he was like a minus 500 favorite going into that Sterling rematch. Then we see Sterling backpack him over the course of 5 rounds. Jan like landed a couple good things on the feet, and then we see Jan lose a close split decision. And then months later, the UFC to put all their chips into Sean O'Malley, to become the next superstar, launch him up into title contention when he was like ranked number 11 and Jan was number 2. Put all their chips into this dude is going to be such a draw. All these 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds who have $80 to spend on a pay-per-view. Yeah, it's a really good move, but lost another split decision against Sean O'Malley in a fight. In my opinion, I thought Jan won 1 and 2. I've gone back and forth on that, but I think Jan's control time in round 1 won him that, which was the biggest swing round. So see him lose that, and then we see him fight Merab, and Merab dominates him 5 rounds to nothing in like a fight where he got dominated, but like nothing happened. I know it sounds ridiculous to say, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. Just got like out cardioed and clinched up against the cage, taken down like 11 out of 49 times, which is insane. And the worst thing to know is if all this stuff didn't happen, he could arguably have become a bantamweight GOAT. Like, would have beat Sterling and got his first title defense. Probably would have outstruck Corey Sandhagen. Then we were on that title skid. Like, I don't think Merab would have fought for the title by now. And wouldn't have had the matchup with Jan and dominated Jan like he did. Like, we don't know. We don't know how Jan could have been. We don't know the matchups he could have got. And now, we see Jan fighting Song Yadong, who's looked disgusting on the feet, so good. Had a really, really close fight against Sandhagen until a doctor had to stop it due to a cut above the eye. And knocked out Ricky Simon, dominated Chris Gutierrez, has looked really good on the ground. So I know Jan is a favorite right now, but it would just suck to see this dude on a 4-fight losing skid, knowing how his career has been. Like, I don't think that the 4-fight losing skid accurately represents how this dude is as a fighter, and like he's not bad. The 4-fight losing skid's like not bad. The only really bad one you could say was Merab, but I just think it would suck. Yeah, fan favorite. If this dude doesn't win again, it would. Goddamn. All right. Next on the list, I have Dustin Poirier to get brutally finished for a second time in a row. And he's coming off that nasty head kick KO loss to Justin Gaethje. Now he's going up against a nasty up-and-comer in Benoit Saint Denis. Dude's been tearing through the lightweight division ever since he's been in the UFC. Lost his first fight in the UFC and now on a 5-fight finish streak. Submitted Ishmael Bonfim. Knocked out Thiago Moises. Brutally flatline KO Matt Frivola, who's a tough dude, powerful dude. And now he has a massive step up against Dustin Poirier. But I don't know, man. Like, I see people saying Poirier's never lost 2 fights in a row, which is insane. He's been in the UFC since 2010. Seeing the caliber of opponent that he's fought at featherweight and lightweight, that is an insane stat to have. But this dude, Saint Denis, he can take a punch. He can finish the fight anywhere on the ground or on the feet. And I do think it's a tough matchup at this point in Dustin's career. Dustin has made his money. He's had 3 McGregor fights, but 2 since McGregor became what he became. And he fought Khabib, fought Chandler. Like, Poirier's been getting paid for a while. I think Benoit Saint Denis still on the come up. He's still very hungry in his career. Dude, he was like a French special forces guy. The dude's a fucking problem. So I can see Saint Denis like catching him or like catching him, putting him up against the cage, teeing off on him, and finishing him. like bringing him to the ground and submitting him. And then we all know how Dustin Poirier is with rear naked chokes and getting submitted. So then I can also see a reality in which he gets finished by Benoit Saint Denis and takes the gloves off. He's like, you know what? I made my money. I think a title picture is out of the picture for me. So, I'm done. Which it would be so unfortunate to see. I would argue Poirier is one of maybe the greatest ever. Like resume wise, who never became an undisputed champion. So it would be so sad to see it would be so sad to see him going out like that, but I can see it happening, so we're gonna have to see. Alright, next up on my list. Nah, I'm kidding, who gives a fuck? Alright, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, like, comment, all the shit I'm supposed to say, whatever. This is my first time not making like a prediction video or like a rant video, kind of more of like a list type thing. So, my predictions for next weekend's dog shit card should probably be up like Tuesday or Wednesday. Thank you guys for watching.